G'day, Damon here for Automotive Superstore. In this DIY, how to design and build your own enclosure to go into the spare wheel well of your car so you can keep your entire boot space. Now to do this, you're going to need a special subwoofer. It's called a shallow design, like this one here from Vega. This is the VMAX 12. It's a dual 4-ohm voice coil subwoofer. It's their premium slim subwoofer with the cast frame and higher power handling. It's also available in a 10-inch version. We also sell slim woofers from various manufacturers in 10 and 12-inch sizes. So check our website for the different models we have on offer. So tools for this project, you'll need a cordless drill and a jigsaw, some side cutters and wire strippers, a tape measure and a straight edge, soldering iron, some solder. From the hardware store, you're going to need some drill bits, some liquid nails or max bond, a hacksaw and maybe a cutting blade, and some wood screws. On top of that, pens and pencils and some spare paper, and then the owner's manual from the woofer itself, because that'll show you the size of the enclosure you're going to need. Let's start by designing the enclosure. So the first task is to remove everything from the hatchback or the boot area of your car to work out precisely where the enclosure is going to fit. So if I go full width to just before the battery, we've got 50 centimeters of width to play with. We've got around 49 centimeters of depth. We end up with around 16 centimeters in height. That gives us these rough dimensions that we can take away and do some calculations from. So I've taken my notes and I've put them across onto a whiteboard so you can see how I'm going to calculate this enclosure and its internal volume. So here we've got the external dimensions. I need to think about the thickness of the wood panels to work out the internal dimensions to tell me the actual net volume of the enclosure. So 49 by 50 by 16.5. If the wood's 16 millimeters thick, two of those is 3.2 centimeters. I've got to take off each of those dimensions, giving us 46.8 by 45.8 by 13.3, which is 28,507 cubic centimeters, or 28.5 liters when you divide that by 1,000. This woofer is 2 liters in volume itself, so take that away, we're at 26.5 liters in volume. Also, Vega's owner's manuals give you recommended enclosure volumes for sealed and ported boxes. Here's the one for the VMAX Slim. According to this, the 12-inch needs 0.75 cubic feet, which in the rest of the world other than America is 28.3 litres times 0.75, 23 odd litres. So what that means with 26.5, we're above what this woofer really requires. That's actually kind of ideal. I don't mind that at all. So what was left to do was to go get the wood cut. Now you can go and buy a sheet of MDF and draw that all out yourself and start cutting that out in your driveway or your garage. It's a bit dusty and messy and it's quite difficult to get dead straight lines with a jigsaw. So you can use a circular saw for that. I don't do that. I take my dimensions to my local hardware chain. I use their wood cutting service. They charge $1 per cut, and that's exactly what I did in this case. It cost me about $20 all up for all the pieces of wood. So let's get building. So here are the two foam inserts that sit in the rear of the car. And this is the top of the enclosure and roughly where it's going to sit. And I'm going to cut out those sections of foam so that this sits snugly inside. Over here it's the same panel. And all I've done is just put some masking tape around the perimeter, and I can put the foam back in now and just mark out where that box is going to sit. So take a cutting knife or a hacksaw and very carefully cut out the foam areas to relieve the area into which the enclosure will fit. So the foam blocks actually needed to be cut into 4 pieces to fit in. Pop some sides on for the moment. Now it's just going to sit right there. Now, using your original floor as a template, lay this down on a large flat sheet of MDF, trace the shape out, and then cut it out to create a new false floor. I just got to decide exactly where the woofer's going to sit. I'll cut in here first, and then I'll trace through to the enclosure itself and cut that hole out then. So here's the enclosure mocked up. Now what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use this grill here. This is a Sherwin Vega grill that we sell on our website. It's not specifically for the VMAX, but you can actually modify it to suit the VMAX series. I've got a second baffle behind the main baffle because I'm going to countersink this woofer down so that it's not protruding from the floor, and then this grill is going to sit on top like so. So here's our dual voice coil subwoofer ready to plug in. One voice coil on this side, one voice coil on this side. Parallel wiring is actually really easy. Connect our positive in on this side, and it's extended over to the positive on the other coil. And the negative just the same. Negative on this side, across to the negative on the other coil. So now it's time to trim the panels, and for that I've just grabbed some Air Pro charcoal carpet. This one's called CACH1. It comes in a 2 meter by 75 centimeter roll, which is enough to cover the floor of any SUV or hatchback or sedan or whatever you've got. Here's the roll here. While I was at the hardware store, I also picked up some glue. This is just the brush on kind. You can get the spray on kind if you like. The brush on is just a bit neater and tidier to work with. Also picked up some cheap paint brushes that'll get thrown out at the end of it. A nice pair of cutting shears is also handy for cutting the carpet with. So once you've given this a complete coat, you've got to give it a minute or two to tack off before the carpet will fully bond to it. So if you try and stick it on straight away, it doesn't really stick down. Now we connect up our terminal. Perfect. Need to fire it up and have a listen. So I'll start with the subwoofer turned right down on the sublevel controller. So this is without. Now let's add some bass. Way better. That's really good actually. Actually a bit shocked. Usually floor mounted subwoofers firing up, it's not the ideal place to mount it for output. Usually rear loaded, especially in a hatchback like an Audi TT like this, rear loaded is the way to go. But that's really, really good. I'm super surprised actually, and really happy obviously. So there you are, everything you need to know to design and build your own subwoofer enclosure to go in the spare wheel well of your car. If you like this driver, you'll find a link down below where you'll get a smoking deal on it from Automotive Superstore as always. While you're here, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.